All right, welcome back to Thoughts in Stereo, episode 11. Today we have a very, very, very special guest, a man I hold very dear to my heart. Jordon Manswell is with us today. Woo! Sound effect. We don't have the soundboard yet, but we're going to do that.
The soundboard?
No, we don't have the soundboard.
Yo, don't play me like that, bro.
I know. Look, it's only our 11th episode, okay? We haven't started making money off this yet, all right?
That's mad episodes.
We haven't aired any of these.
All right, bro.
Anyways, Jordon Manswell is here. Before we get into, I guess, just talking, how about you introduce yourself to the people who don't know who you are, which is probably the majority of people in the world.
Damn. All right, I make music. I'm Jordon Manswell.
Fire.
Yo, talk yourself up. What are you doing? He's a #1 selling producer. Works with Mariah Carey. He's won the was it #1 song or album award from SoCan? Was it for the Daniel Caesar?
Song, yeah.
It was for this Daniel Caesar one?
Mm-hmm.
Worked with Daniel Caesar, Mariah Carey, Division.
Oh, relax.
Oh, sorry. DVSN. Anybody else that you want to mention? Her?
No, I haven't worked with her yet.
Your work is in the process. Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. Huge R&B type guy. Do you like hip-hop as much as you like R&B?
No.
He's a big R&B head. One of the best ears for music that I've met.
That's big, man. Thank you.
Yo, dap me up, dog.
Yeah.
Look at your big hands. This guy's like 6'8".
Yo, why are your hands so soft, bro?
I don't moisturize. I showered.
Moisturize.
No, I showered though. My hands are. I thought you were gonna say small. I have small hands considering I'm 6'1".
You don't have small hands.
No, bro, I'm 6'1". Look at this. I have small hands. Look, your hands are bigger than mine.
His hands are bigger than yours.
Fam, I have small.
How tall are you?
I'm only like 5'10" or something.
That's what I'm saying. I have small hands.
Don't do that to yourself. Only 5'10". I'm 5'10". Say it with your chest.
You're like 7'6". All right, so chill.
No, I'm not.
How tall are you?
6'3".
There you go.
And a half.
He doesn't play basketball, even though he looks like he's a baller.
I do.
This guy rolls in the champion and the Adidas. He's 6'11".
If I was a baller, I would have been wearing some like Balenciaga or something.
No, you're way too nice to be a baller. This guy will not insult you, even if his life depended on it.
Yes, I would.
No, this guy's way too nice. He only has nice things to say about
chirping
people.
you all morning. So.
Yeah, but it's out of love, because he loves me. Because we have a special connection. Because he beat me in a battle 5 years ago.
Damn. Okay, so that's where it started. That's where we're gonna start.
What were you gonna say? We were talking before we got on the podcast. What were you saying?
I was saying that you're my idol.
That's right. Let's start with that.
Oh wow. That's where it started.
How'd you guys meet from the battle?
Okay, well we met when we faced each other at the battle. I think this story has been told by both of us, but we'll do it for our listeners.
But we haven't. But like we're in the same room.
Yeah, we haven't told it together.
This is your podcast, so we got it.
We have to do it together.
Well, you guys' podcast, but
Jordon came on the battle, and he was ready to beat me. He was confident he was going to beat me because he Googled my name before the battle.
That's a huge fact.
I remember this.
Big
he
fact.
found the wrong producer.
No shit.
Yeah. He found
also named Bijan Amir?
No, this was
his
before.
name. No.
This is before. I'm not even going to speak that name. But Jordon is the one who actually, no lie, Jordan's the one who encouraged me to make my producer name Bijan Amir.
What was your producer name?
We're not going to go over that.
Okay, it was a bad name.
You can tell me.
It was 2012, right? That's when everyone had cheesy names. I was like 10 years old.
Nah, I had changed my cheesy name by that time.
What was your cheesy name? No, if you don't say yours, I'm not saying mine. That's fine.
I have 2 very cheesy names.
What were they?
I've got like 5, man.
No.
Shit, I've gone through so many.
Yeah.
Bad ones.
But dance producers can get away with stupid names like that.
That's what I'm saying. It actually... I think the stupider your name, the better.
Yes,
yeah.
like Marshmallow. Who the fuck calls himself Marshmallow?
Okay, you know what's fucked up? It sounds normal now, the Chainsmokers, because everyone knows. But like when you first start, yo, what's our name? Yo, I smoke a lot of cigarettes, so like Chainsmokers.
That's actually kind of fire. Now I think about it.
You think so?
It sounds cool now because you know it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If someone came up to you like, yo, I go by the Chainsmokers, you're like, what are you talking about? We don't encourage smoking in this country, sir.
Wait, do you got like some kind of compressor on you? Because you're doing a lot of screaming.
Bro, look.
He's peaking. He's always
We're
peaking.
good.
Yeah,
at Mario Studio at 343 Horner Avenue, shout out to Matt. We have the compressors. We have it all. We're ready to rock.
Such a producer podcast. Hey, man, you know you're peaking, right?
You know you're peaking.
This guy's peaking from the beginning.
See, that's how I know. This guy knows, yo. This guy has the ear, all right? But anyways, our introduction story. Yes, we met at the battle. Jordon underestimated my power. He came out with the shittiest beats on the first round.
Fact.
I swept the floor with this guy.
That happened.
No, I'm just
That
playing.
happened. Yeah.
We went pretty good toe to toe in the first round. That was a close one.
Yeah.
Second round, Jordan was like, "This is an easy one." Played a shit beat, and I played just a slightly better beat. It was not good by any means. It was just slightly better. So I took the cake on that one, and then we both came with that.
Bro, I remember the crowd. It was like, ooh.
Do you remember it?
At that point, because I think I was
Wait, how many years ago was this?
2014.
yeah.
November.
Okay.
It was literally almost 5 years ago.
Yeah. Because like people were hyping me up, like because I had been in the battle like once before the year.
Oh,
before.
were you?
I didn't get in the year before that, so like they kind of know me.
And he came with his posse. He came with Chris and your mom. You came with your family, didn't
My
you?
mom wasn't there. Relax.
You came with your family.
My brother was there. My boy, my girl, her friend. Yeah,
you had like
a
4
little,
people.
It was a
Yeah, you had a
little
little
posse. Yeah, and like everyone was hyping me up, like, oh, yo, like you got this, you're gonna win, boom, boom. Like no one's gonna, like everyone would say, okay, well, who you think's gonna go far? It was like me and like a couple other people, but no one ever really heard of Bijan yet.
Yeah,
and it was like whatever. Like you got to get your first beats off.
Yeah,
for just so you know, but it's the first round. The crowd's not even there. It's just like whatever. Then this guy played one, and it was like. I remember the crowd was like, I don't know, Jordan. You might have something here. And I got frightened, so I had to go to the top of my list and like bring something. And I ended up coming away with the win, but that was one.
Nah, I respect
that.
You blew your load too early.
No, that's the thing. No, I had to. If I didn't play my top beats against Jordan, I would not have. There would have been no chance.
Yeah, okay.
Jordan won the whole thing for everyone who didn't know. So I mean, that's what I tell myself when I cry myself to sleep at night. That Jordan ended up winning the whole thing.
No, but that's the beginning of why you're my idol, though.
Why?
Because I don't think you tell that story enough about how you came up from that battle.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Like
that battle changed my whole life.
I know.
Did he tell you that story?
I've heard the story, like
story?
in a short version.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you just networked your way.
Oh,
like past everybody.
I'm saying I heard that the beat.
You heard the beat story, but you haven't heard what he's gonna say.
Yeah. So he lost in the first round. That was when Metro Boomin, Sunny Digital, and was it Joel Ortiz?
Yeah,
they were judging.
Yeah,
and he lost in the first round. So after you lose in the first round, your confidence is low. Like you don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't really remember you at the end of the battle and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like he could have just left being like, okay, yo, I'm done. I'm done. Like this is over or whatever. But this guy literally went and like just networked crazy.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. So, I don't even have a Metro Boomin record, and I won. Right? Like Metro's my dog or whatever. But he's the one. He lost first round and came out with a friggin' multi-platinum record. Like that's amazing. Like people don't know about that. Like that's insane.
He's pausing, thinking about it. To
that's what I'm saying.
like,
yo, that's huge. That's good. If you had a soundboard, like you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
the round of applause.
But yeah, no. That actually really inspired me. Like, doesn't matter, you know, the situation or whatever cards you were dealt. Like,
you can always make the best of any situation.
Yeah,
hard work is gonna beat the talent, no matter what. Not saying you're not talented, but
no.
Hard work, like, grind.
Somebody said hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
But
who said that? I think I said it to you. You said it? Yeah, you probably said it to me, Matt.
Yeah.
Quote unquote Matt from Mars.
Yeah. No, but it's a good thing to say.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but I appreciate you, bro.
Definitely.
That battle was the first time that I was out in public, with anything music related, showcasing.
First time you left your house?
Yeah, in my 16 years. No, but that was literally the first time I was ever showcasing my beats out in public or meeting any other producers in public.
Yeah.
It was the first time. So, I mean, I consider that a win, even if I didn't get the record, because I was able to meet so many, like Jordan. I met Mark. I met, that was the first night I met Eastbound, Wonder Girl, all these guys that shaped who, I ended up becoming and to this day. So, regardless whether or not I had that record, it was a huge moment in my life. So, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And then that was when we met. I don't think we really connected. I think we were I was at the end of our battle, I was like, yo, you're dope, da-da-da, let's link or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think we ended up linking on Twitter shortly after. We found out we went to U of T.
Yeah.
I seen you a couple times at U of T.
And we linked in the cafeteria.
We linked and made beats in the caf, which was fire. And then I think we just stayed in contact since then.
Yeah.
We did the songwriters camp together. We've done a few things, Jordan.
Yeah, for sure.
We go back.
For sure. And I can't wait till we get one though. Like together.
Like a get one.
Yeah.
We had that one that we just did that was The fire.
You did too. That was fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, I send that beat out so many times.
Bro.
Yo, there's
You guys send that out, bro.
Are you dumb? Yo, you didn't tell me nothing. What? This guy's Jordan is. Let me just say, Jordan is the most cryptic person you will ever speak to in your life.
That's not true.
It is so annoying. This guy's like, yo, you can't. It's secret, and it's like, then you're like, Jordan, what is it? He's like, oh, nothing. Like he'll be secretive for the sake of just being secretive. Like this guy just loves to be like so mysterious. Like,
oh man. Wait,
That's
okay.
how he shows the love, man.
How long are these episodes supposed to be?
They go between 30 and an hour.
30 an hour.
Like
it's
20.
definitely not going to be 30. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But, okay, so Jordan, we never got around to it. So how, like, I mean, I guess I did a little bit of explanation, but what guided you towards R&B as opposed to, because you've done both, you've been doing both, but like I know you've always had a real soft spot for R&B.
Yeah,
and you were a big R&B guy.
But I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand, but I actually do make a lot of hip hop beats, which is weird. Like, and I've won the battle, and like, which is a huge hip hop like circle, but like everyone calls me like the R&B guy for some reason.
It's true.
But
everyone in the city knows you as the R&B.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I think my hip hop beats are pretty hard too. But
no, your beats are hard.
Sure they are. I mean,
yeah, but shit. But yeah, I think R&B came from my brother. Honestly, like my brother Aaron, he introduced me to R&B like super early. So when everyone was listening to like 50 Cent and like G Unit was taking over, I was listening to like who did he put me on to? It was kind of more the producers first.
Oh, really?
Like he put me on to like the Underdogs and like Brian Michael Cox and Stargate and just that.
So he was really putting you on.
Yeah, for sure.
Does your brother work in music?
Yeah,
he's a composer.
He's a composer, producer, songwriter, all that stuff. Yeah, he's incredible.
He does like live, like he does conducting.
Yeah,
and
like
all that,
he's
right?
he's in school for music composition right now.
See,
like, doing his masters.
Yeah, his brother's
That's
sick.
dope.
His brother's sick guy.
And then he taught a class. No, sorry, he taught for like 5 years at a school for music and all that stuff. So like he's like he knows this stuff.
That's pretty
how much
dope.
older is he than you?
He's 3 years older than me.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he is literally the reason I know R&B at all.
Gotcha.
And yeah,
that's good. So she kind of put you onto the R&B kind of thing,
mm-hmm.
and then you just fell in love with it from that point.
Yeah, and it's like I realized the similarities R&B has in gospel, and I grew up like in a super spiritual home, and my whole family is a Seventh-day Adventist, so yeah, I realized the similarities in that. So bridging the gap, it was just like kind of natural for me to fall in love with R&B.
That just formed into your sound.
Yeah.
Super naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Growing up, did you go to church a lot?
Yeah.
Did you ever play in the church choir or music or any of that?
I was in the choir a little bit. I was
the tallest one there.
Yeah. No. Yes.
You sang in the choir?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. No. Nobody knows that. You might find a little photo here and there. He was in the choir. I played the baritone. Like
I played the baritone too in high school.
See, look at this.
I was just having a conversation with somebody about how nasty that spit valve was.
Fucking gross.
Oh
but also, when even the people in your band still didn't know what the fuck a baritone was.
Like sax, a baritone sax.
No, it's a small tuba.
Exactly.
It's literally a miniature tuba.
Yeah,
a miniature tuba.
Basically,
it's like not like a miniature.
No,
like
I know.
It's still a pretty good size, but like. No one would know.
Oh, it's an alto. I think an alto and tenor sax. Baritone it's it's a miniature tuba. Yes, now my memory.
There's also a baritone sax. It's what like Lisa from The Simpsons plays.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'm getting it confused. So there's a baritone sax and there's just a baritone. It's called.
Yeah,
and this is actually
it's actually called a euphonium. But
bro, no one knows
that's
that.
the new Zendaya show.
I fucking know that.
No,
though.
That's the new Zendaya show.
Why do you know
Shut
that?
up.
I know because my music teacher was like, it's not a baritone.
It's a, what is it?
Euphonium.
I do remember that. Damn.
See, he's bringing the old memories in you.
Yeah, for sure. That's not like I'm not remembering my old music teacher would say that, but I'm like, no, I'm not calling it that. That
so much
sound
easier.
cool.
So you've always been like a musical kind of you.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
What were you doing before you do producing full time now?
Yeah.
And what were you doing before that?
Before I was in school,
U of T.
U of T.
Alumni, pound it.
Mississauga, you feel me? Yeah, and then I was working at Apple as a Genius Bar what
technician, right?
Technician.
Yeah.
That's the word. Yeah. And yeah, that was kind of my bread and butter then.
And now you're just music full time.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
Honestly, bro, ups and downs.
Yeah.
Ups and downs. You know how
like
it is.
we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
That's like the main.
Our main like theme of the podcast, like unplanned type of thing. Just something that comes up in every episode is that like you're gonna have a lot of downs.
Yeah.
When you're trying to become a producer, songwriter, singer, whatever it is.
100%.
And just kind of keep going with it.
100%.
Yeah. But like those highs just feel so
the highs
good.
are so high.
Oh, man.
That's the thing. I mean, it's and Nick and I talk about it so much. It's just like those lows feel like they're rock bottom sometimes. They feel like they're rock bottom.
They feel
they're
like
never.
There's no way I'm gonna come back from
Exactly.
this. Type of
like
thing.
Nick was just, and like, we've talked about this 3 times now, so I'm gonna keep it brief. But Nick was saying there was one point in his life where, he was producing.
I was 6 months that I couldn't do anything.
6
like,
months. He was
like a straight 6 months where I was like, I can't. I just couldn't produce.
Wow.
I would get in the studio and it was just gone for 6 months.
Like no inspiration.
I couldn't make anything that was playable.
Wow.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Wait, playable to you or just
like to me? Even my brother, who's my manager, would come in and be like, "This is fucking trash. Like you can't keep working on this. This is really bad." But like it was a 6 month and it sucked. But whatever. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you ever take breaks like that or long periods of time where you can't produce?
Yeah. I've taken not long like that.
Yeah.
But like I went to Mexico with my girl around my birthday, like April, and we did like a week there. Mm-hmm. That was like I think the longest like full period of like, but that was nice because when I came back I was like
recharged,
just going through everything. Everything was So I think those breaks are important.
Was that a nice trip that you took with her?
It was.
All inclusive?
Yes.
How was the weather?
That was my first all inclusive.
No way.
It was pretty good
shit.
actually.
All inclusive was the best.
You
don't worry about nothing. Man.
Where was the last place that you went?
I went to Punta Cana in January, right after New Year's. I went with my girl.
Is that Punta Cana? Is where?
Dominican,
right? Okay.
I went to Punta Cana.
Yeah, you went right after me.
No, it wasn't January.
No, I think a couple months after.
I think I went in April, same as you.
Yes, I think so. And then we took the same picture, and then I still didn't drop.
Yo,
that's right.
You know what's funny? I got so mad when Bijan was on vacation because Andreas messaged me. Yeah. And no, I messaged Dre like, oh, Bijan's on vacation. I forget, we were talking about something and I was like, oh, Bijan's on vacation. He's like, yeah, but I still got him working though. And Andreas only said that because he knows when I say I'm going on vacation, I don't even fucking bring my laptop. So I'm like, I need to get away from this shit. So he was trying to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
That trip cost me a lot of money on my cell phone plan because Andreas had me. My cell phone bill the following month, $450.
Damn.
You don't have Roam Like Home?
I have Roam Like Home, but it's $12 a day.
Oh yeah.
And I was using my data every day. I had to send emails with my phone's data.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the lobby, 15-minute walk for the Wi-Fi that was slow as my dad's beep. And you know what I'm talking about? like, and I just
wait. So your girl didn't fight you for that?
What, for working?
Yeah.
Fam, she gets it.
That girl would have fucking slapped me.
Oh, that's Molly gets it. Molly gets it.
That's the point of being on vacation, to kind of just be with, who you're with and enjoy the time. And
I enjoyed the time, and I said, Mal, if you want to go on another vacation like this anytime soon, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I gotta do this.
I'm with you.
It was one of those ones where it was like, yo, if you do this right now, there's a good chance that you're making this next album. And it was a big release.
That's a fact, yeah.
And we were going back and forth and like, yo, we need more of this, more of that. So I was sending emails. I was just reworking the same beat for this one thing. So I was like, Mal, she was like, yeah, do your thing. Like, I get it. And, up to a reasonable amount. I'm not going to sit down for 2 hours and, put my headphones on.
Definitely.
But I was quick and I just figured it out. So, I mean, it's reasonable. Yes, vacations, I'm not going to go to Mexico just to sit in my room all day producing.
But that's one of the highs of our job, I think. Like,
to be able to do that?
Because there's no real structure. You can kind of just live your life, do whatever. Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah. How long in advance did you have to plan for your vacation? I'm sure it wasn't very long.
No, for me, it was like a month. I think I booked it a month before we went.
Okay.
But it wasn't for my purpose because Molly works.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was just for her to be able to get those days off.
Right.
For her to go. For me, it could have been a week before. That's for all I care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the nice. Of course, that's the nice thing about being a producer.
Yeah.
But you know, it's everyone thinks, oh, it must be so nice to take vacations whenever you want. I'm like, sure, yeah, but it's like
that's not the way it works.
Yeah, but it's like if I take vacations whenever I want, then I won't be able to take vacations whenever I want in a year from now. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Like it works the same way as everyone else. I'm gonna give myself 2 weeks vacation every year.
Right.
The rest of the time, if I'm in LA or whatever, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm not sightseeing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right,
Like
yeah,
I'm working.
That's the thing.
You know?
Yo,
like everyone thinks like, oh, you've been to LA. Yeah, like
bro, like I've been to Miami twice. I've been to like South Beach. And,
people are always like, oh man, you must go to Venice all the time. I'm like,
what's Venice?
I'm like, if I see the fucking sun, are you kidding me?
Venice.
Like,
I literally have not been to Venice before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like when people are like, yo, you were in this and that. It's like people think it's like so glamorous. It's like, oh, take me to LA with you next time. Like, you want to sit in the studio for 15 hours every single day?
No, you don't.
Like, yeah, right.
Room with no windows.
It might as well be nighttime for all I know. It could be 10 in the morning, and I'm like sitting here. It's like, oh my god, it must be 1 a.m. I go outside, I'm like blinded.
Yeah, like, but let's not make it sound so nasty.
No, it's not nasty.
Not.
But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people think it's like this glamour life. This is the reality of it.
Right.
We're sitting inside for 16 hours a day.
Fact.
We're not sightseeing, so it doesn't really count.
The reality is we are inside for 16 hours a day, but we fucking love it.
Yeah, of course.
That's the thing. Like, you have to love it.
We asked for it.
It's a blessing.
You know?
And I tell everyone who asks me, they're like, how's music going? I'm like, even if it's stressful, I'm like, it's still a blessing to just be able to wake up and do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I know you say this all the time. I see you on Twitter all the time. We have the same mindset on this. It's just a blessing to be able to wake up and to say, no, I can go and produce today.
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah, man.
And I think we all share that. Nick has been doing this from a very young age, younger than me. He was DJing and producing.
When did you start?
I started DJing when I was 8. I did like school dances and shit like that, like nothing crazy. When I was 12, I started producing. And by the time I was 14, I was doing some tours around Ontario.
Yeah.
And played in Miami at music festivals and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's very dope.
It was good. It was, good couple of years.
Sick.
Did you, Jordan, you grew up in your house, was it your whole family was there, or did you grow up with your mom or your dad or just your brother?
I grew up with, there was periods of different, like, family members in the house. Like, it started, I think it was me, my mom, my brother, and my grandma. Then it was my cousins came with their parents, and then it was like me and my mom and my brother moved out on our own. And
so you were like, it was kind of, you were moving around quite a bit.
No, I wouldn't say moving around.
Not moving around, but it was always.
Yeah, it was just a little different for like the beginning stages, but then we moved to Whitby, and then it was like that's kind of where it's been.
Were the people in your family always supportive of you doing music?
No.
What did they want you to do? And what did you want to do? Were you always saying to yourself, yes, I'm going to be a producer one day, for sure?
I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
I knew I wanted to be like a businessman.
Gotcha.
Because I'm very stubborn and like hard-headed, so I don't like to take orders or anything like that. Like, it's not, that's like not, it's not for everybody. Like, I feel like now there's like this super entrepreneurial like undertone of the world where like everyone wants to kind of
run their own
I don't want a boss. No, like sometimes it's good to have a boss, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just that type of person. I'm just like, I just like to do what I want.
So, sometimes if you don't know how to keep yourself on track, you need that boss.
Exactly.
Or you need someone who's gonna who you have to listen to.
Exactly.
It doesn't even need to be like a boss figure. It could just be like your father, your mother, your brother. You know what I'm saying? Or like your guardian.
Someone who knows what's good for you. And
So I knew that, and then I realized around like grades 5, 6 in what capacity like it was gonna be.
It was that young.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. And then I started taking it like serious after. I'm sure we all had the same kind of realization. Well, not you, because you've been doing your thing for a minute, but I'm sure in the space that we make music, Boy Wonder kind of capped it off for us. Like that was like the
when Drake, like I'm saying, like it all comes down to like when Drake started popping off.
Yeah,
for real,
for sure.
Like Drake inspired and kind of opened the door for a lot of hip hop producers because of Wanda and Minus and all those guys that produced for him at the beginning.
Yo, if you actually think about it, every one of us kind of, actually, other than you, maybe.
What?
Kind of we're kind of under this like Drake lineage, where like even like producer wise, like we've all come up under Drake in some way, even if we don't have a Drake song.
No, but a lot. I'd say like A lot of producers from Toronto have. I would say that would indirectly apply to me just from the fact that if Drake hadn't made Toronto such a popular spot for hip hop, that I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Well, okay, sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it never looked possible.
No, because after Drake started coming up, then Battle of the Beatmakers was able to get people like Metro into Toronto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so yeah, you're under the lineage
everyone,
too. Right,
like, almost everyone.
Yeah,
you know, there's and that's the thing. Like, that's a crazy legacy. Like, you have one guy, one person have the power to turn a city, you know, from where's that? Is that somewhere in America to the global stage?
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's possible for him to even get, no matter how big he is and how much like he's already world renowned or whatever, but I don't think he is gonna ever properly get the credit he deserves for the amount of careers that he started. And like
no one outside of Toronto or no one outside of Canada cares to look into like that hard into it.
Yeah.
You know? Everyone just goes, Drake's cool, he's fucking huge, from Toronto, always talks about Toronto. Yeah. We know that. That's enough for us. Yeah. They're not going to go into it and be like, all right, which producers you bring up? But in reality, it's like you guys are saying.
Yeah, it's a fact.
He gave a lot of people, you know, dreams and made them happen.
Nick, do you think that things changed for you as a dance producer with the advent of Toronto getting more looks because of Drake?
Yeah, I was just about to ask, like, how that works.
I guess a little, like, right before Drake started popping off, Deadmau5 popped off.
That's facts.
You know?
Okay.
And that's the same,
Canadian.
like the same guy. Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Yeah.
Grew up in Toronto.
Deadmau5 is Canadian?
Yeah.
He lives in Milton.
Niagara Falls.
Oh, is he from Niagara?
Yeah.
He lives in Milton now.
Mm-hmm.
His house is incredible. He has a suspended studio in his house. So that it doesn't affect the rest of his house, right? That's the purpose. It's like a floating studio, right?
I think so.
Wait, what do you mean a floating studio?
It's like the same way that you build a room inside of a room. Oh, Jesus. Same way you
This guy just slapped himself in the face.
The same way you build a room inside of a room for a studio type of thing. He I think what he did was he suspended his from the ceiling so it like floats so that no vibrations transfer to the rest of the house type of thing.
It's like some next
tree house.
It's inside of his house.
It's literally like a room floating inside of his room. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
I think that's what it is too. Again, don't.
I could be fucking wrong, but whatever. Anyways, Deadmau5 started coming up. He was like, you know, I have photos with like my first home studio and like Deadmau5 is my background. Like,
oh really?
I was him for Halloween a bunch. I built the head.
No
way. Yeah, like that was my like idol.
That's
coming
crazy.
up. Not so much anymore because he's a fucking dick like online. If you just watch his Twitter,
he's
a dick. But yeah, same way you guys are saying it. Same way.
But okay, so Deadmau5 was that for you?
Deadmau5 was that.
Do you think Deadmau5 opened the door for a lot of Canadians in that sense? Or you're saying he was your inspiration and he kind of gave you the motivation?
I think Deadmau5 was that thing where a lot of kids who were into his music that found the interest, the real interest in producing, they went, okay, this random guy from Toronto can do it, and the music's not even like straight shit for the radio. It's just like cool, experimental, electronic music.
Yeah.
All right, let's all give this a shot. And like that kind of let them feel same way. Like, okay, someone did it for my city.
Yeah.
Why can't I do it for my city? This kid's from Niagara.
Mm.
You know, he did it from all the way out there. You know?
That's a thing.
Good point. That's a good point.
Like Murda is from Fort Erie.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and he's one of the #1 producers.
Exactly.
So and that's another thing, like the Drake effect, you know, like for hip hop in the city, I think, and R&B for that matter, because Drake was the first one that really brought that hip hop and R&B, to like the crazy main. I mean, there's a lot of R&B acts, Trey Songz back in that time. Usher was still going strong, I'm pretty sure, but like from Drake to combine that like rap with like that side of R&B, I feel like he was one of the first people that did that
for sure.
And then it put on a lot of Toronto R&B people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like you're right. It was a huge trickle that led to a lot of people's careers, because he's one of the GOATs
for sure.
You know,
absolutely.
So
you, Jordan, have worked with Daniel Caesar and Mariah Carey. Is that your most proud placement, the Mariah Carey one? What are you what's the project that you're the most fond looking back on?
Most fond is definitely Daniel Caesar. Definitely, because one, that's my friend, like real life friend. Two, they did it on their own. Like, you know, there was no label involved. There was no.
His story is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Like just that for his demographic is like incredible. Like and the album is so good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm so proud of it, because I can literally, like, I know you guys have been in a situation where you produced a song on an album and like only listened to that song when it came out, and then you didn't listen to the rest of the album. Like, I'll actually listen to that album and skip my song. Like,
really?
Like I'm actually a fan of that album.
That's amazing.
That much.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's a great moment for a producer.
For sure. It's sick to be a part of an album that you really, really get behind and you really love.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful feeling, just to know that you're a part of something like great like that.
What was the song? What are you guys' favorite like moments in your career so far?
Nick?
No, you got to go first. Yeah, I'm thinking.
I guess the obvious answer would be Ric Flair Drip.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't think that's my favorite process moment, if you know what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, making something. Because Ric Flair Drip was not something that was personal for me in terms of making it.
Right.
I did the melody.
Right.
I emailed it to Metro, and he was like, we have a song.
Right.
I was like, great.
Right.
Like, fantastic. I'm forever grateful.
I don't think man's talk about that enough.
What?
Like, the process. Like, you could have a record that is like a diamond record, and it could mean nothing to you.
Yeah.
Literally just because of, you know, you probably weren't in the room. You probably didn't have a say on the final mix. You probably didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't feel like achieved.
Personal.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like,
maybe not doesn't feel achieved, but just doesn't feel personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't really a part of. Yes, you made the beat, but for personally for me, and I'm not saying that this is how anyone should feel or whatever, but for me, when I'm in the room with the artist and we're making the song or the album for that matter, and it's really personal, I walk away and it's one of those times where it's like every time it's just a very fond memory.
Yeah,
because it's something that's really close to you. As much as, you know, like it is for like Ric Flair Drip is very close to me, and it's done more for me than any other song I've ever done by 100,000 times.
Of course.
You know, I think my most personal and probably some of the best music making experience I've had was when we were doing "Can't Come With Me This Time" for Sean. And
Can't come with me this time.
Yeah, like that. We were just in the studio like so many times, and I sent him the beats, and I was there with him when he was doing the things, and I was, you know, having a say in these things, and and we were in the studio quite a bit and working on it, and just, I'm so much a fan of that album, same as you.
Yeah,
like I'll just listen to the whole album. It's not like just the songs I did.
Right.
I'll listen to the whole album.
Right.
Because I just remember being in that studio with them, you know, running around, being like, "Yo, this song, this is the one that," you know what I'm saying?
All that stuff like plays into just the like the feeling you get when
you hear a song.
When you hear it.
So even if you run it back in your mind, how it all happened.
Exactly.
And you have, especially if like you do something and it's personal and it does well, you at least have a point of reference.
Yeah.
Whereas like people, like if you have a credit, no matter if they've heard any of your other work or anything like that, or like if you're even that talented, people hear that you have a credit on this song and say, okay, cool, so they must be amazing if they've done something that's done so well.
Sure.
But it's like that's not always the case. So at least this way, if you have a personal memory with something that did well, you can at least walk into other rooms with some sort of expertise. Like, yo, I was able to
with that knowledge of how that happened.
Exactly. So that you can do it again and again and again.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
That's because a lot of people be like, yo, so, and a lot of people say this because they're first of all curious, but they also want to like size you up when they're like, oh, so like how'd this record come about or whatever, like that's the classic, and then you're like, well, I just sent the melody and I said just and that's it, and then they're gonna be like,
and then
okay,
they dismiss
so
you,
they're like, okay, so you know what I'm saying, like we don't want him, we don't know if he'll be good in the session with this person because he wasn't in the session with so and so when that song happened.
Does that happen, bro?
What?
I don't really get that.
I get asked
too
that
often, bro.
all the time.
I get asked all the time, how did Ric Flair Drip happen?
And then
on the daily.
So what does it like make you not credible if you because
No, not at all. I think with producers and stuff, they're like amazing, and just with label heads, they're like, oh, that's fire. But like, I just have a feeling that sometimes, and you never know. Like, I could be completely wrong, but some of these times when people are like, so tell us about yourself, and they always ask about the one song. Obviously, they're like, how'd that happen? And I'm like, well, you know, I tell the story. Well, I met him, and then I, you know, sent him the stuff, and blah blah blah, and then the song came about, and then they're like, oh, okay, cool. But I feel like, you know, if you say like, oh, I was there and we were working on it.
I was in the studio.
I was in the studio, like we were working on it. I did it in front of him.
They have a different view.
They're like,
oh,
okay, fire. Let's get you in with so and so ASAP. Right. You know what I mean? Because then they're like, well, if Offset trusts him to have him in the room, then we could put him in with whoever.
Got you. Yeah,
I feel like that's a thing that like takes people into consideration. Like people take into consideration.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
What about you? So his is Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
Mine is the Sean.
Mine's a very similar answer to you.
What's up?
I mean, the biggest like moment in my career has been the one that changed my life when I got Body, and when Body came out and
Body on my
cruising
on my cruising on my innocence?
Body by who?
By Loud Luxury.
Yeah. It's on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson. Homer. I told this guy.
I don't know how you hear
that's why you're the sound. The So Can God.
Yeah. See, he understood what I was talking about when I did the Homer Simpson one. See, I told you I'm not the only one who's heard that. And I told Nick a while back when the drop comes. For some reason, my brain just caught on to hearing Homer Simpson, and I have no idea why. The song is saying the furthest thing from that, and I told him, and we thought it was the funniest thing.
That's funny.
Yeah,
so how'd that happen?
So how that happened was no, straight up, like I get the question all the time. People are like, oh, so did Loud Luxury send you the vocal and you produced? Like, what happened? Yeah. What happened was I was super close to them. They were my best friends. We moved down to LA at the same time back a couple of years ago. We would just like get together and make music all the time in my bedroom. And Body was one of those tracks where they brought me a vocal and like some piano and some arrangement, and we just finished it in the room. Yeah. And never once was I like, this to me, I was like, this is never gonna come out. Like nothing these guys
of course
make at that time was coming out.
Yeah.
And then it happened to blow up. So that was like the most monumental. But I gotta say, my favorite process wise is the guys I mention all the time on this podcast.
Say it one more time.
Dubs, who I work with.
Yeah.
I work with them heavily now.
I went to their crib in LA.
Sick, right? They just got a new place now. I'm sad they left it. But
oh man,
that place is fucking dope.
Crib, yo.
I feel like I'm the only one who's never been to Dubs' house.
That's okay, bro.
Dubs, if you listen to this, invite me over to your house.
But no, those guys like the music that we're making now after working together for about a year.
Yeah.
Just the process that we go through from start to finish is so fucking cool. Yeah. Because their brains work in a way where I can't really understand. I've explained this to you that like Alex's brain works like I'll be working on something and be like, yo, just toss this in, throw some reverb on it, pitch it down. And in my head, I'm like, that's not going to fucking work. Like, there's no way that's going to work.
Bro.
But then he says it, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'll do this. I'll follow your steps. But in the end, it's not going to sound good. And 30 minutes later, every fucking time, it sounds amazing.
Wait, what does he use? What DAW?
We're on Ableton.
Yeah. I was just about to say, Ableton guys, I don't know what it is. Those guys think differently.
Yeah, Ableton guys think differently.
Yeah, because that happens to me every time with 1985.
What are you on?
I'm on FL Studio.
Yeah.
Yo, dap me up one time, FL Studio, man.
Feel me? But yeah, no, 1985 uses, like, he's a huge Ableton guy.
I fucking love it, man. I love Ableton.
And every time we work together, it'd be like, yo. But with him, he's such like a soft-spoken like guy, so he'll be like, yo, slow that down, take out that snare, and pitch this thing. Da, da, da.
Does he talk like that to you, like real soft?
Yeah,
like that.
It'll be like,
Jordan, slow that down.
Relax, possible. And then it'll be like the smallest thing. I'd be like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm near bopping my head like, yo, this is hard. And then he'd be like, nah, I do that. I'd be like, all right, I mean, you're the guy, so I'll try, and then I won't get it for the first like 5 minutes. And I'll be like, yo, this ass. And I'm like, wait.
And then you start to hear it. You're like, shit. Like, yo, the and
get on my face.
That was Alex, and I was like, that's gonna be shit, man. I was like, this sounds like shit. A stock. Okay, so this horn. Now when you listen to the song, sounds like a horn. Sounds like a fucking.
It wasn't a horn though, right?
It was a horn. Oh, but it was one of those like shitty contact sounding horns that I had to chop it up so it sounded legato, all this shit, whatever. And then I pitched it down in one plugin, pitched it up, back up in the next plugin with distortion. It was like some weird chain. If you look at it, you're like, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And now it sounds.
Dude, that fire. Horn part is so fire in that song.
It's weird. Just the way it I don't know. Way his brain works.
That shit is crazy. You know that Casey Fry video? You know Casey Fry. He's this like internet comedian, and he does like a
fucking Vine star.
He does like this Instagram dance to his song where it's like him. He comes outside and he has a dance battle with himself. Have you seen that
stupid.
video?
It's like the most brainless video, but it blew the song
hilarious.
Yo,
hilarious.
You guys ever feel like, because you guys have both had huge songs.
Don't say.
You guys ever feel like you owe like the social media people that like help to amp up the record?
Yo, Ric Flair Drip didn't have that. Ric Flair
Really?
Drip didn't have
Yes,
a TikTok or a dance.
There was.
You guys were.
Yo,
organic.
chill.
There was.
What? Tell me.
There was.
There was no. They didn't even push the song.
No, there was probably a fucking Ric Flair meme.
Yeah,
no,
somewhere.
sure.
No, I'm telling
There
you, there
was
was
a
no
meme. I saw the meme. There was like a woo something.
It was nothing that wasn't already being done. I'm telling you, the only thing that made it difference was the music video having Ric Flair in it and him getting married to the song.
No, but by the time
That's fucking jokes. I had no idea.
By the that's super swag. But by the time the video came out, the song was already doing super well.
Yeah, but it was all natural. I spoke to Metro after it went gold, fam.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Now we're gonna push the button on it."
interesting.
Damn, that's
wild. I feel like that's how people should be rolling out music these days.
I'm telling you,
Like you can't really choose.
You just got to do
now.
it. You got to let if it were up to me, I'd let the fans decide.
Yeah, just
Like,
no.
this is-
Okay, no, but
What? Tell me. You know better than I do.
no.
No, you do, because dance music is very.
I'm gonna use the example of "Get On My Face."
Of course.
That song with the Casey Frey campaign that happened, and that got 50 million views across all of his social medias. It's a lot of fucking views. Imagine if all those translated to Spotify.
Streams,
They didn't. We got about when we hit 10 million on Spotify, that's when Dubs went to their label, and said, "Hey, listen, now you guys got to start pushing it," because before that they didn't do any push.
Jeez.
And then still after that, after the song had proven itself, the label still wouldn't do the push. Dubs had to do it themselves.
Wow.
Why wouldn't they do the push though?
Well, the same
Fuck
reason
knows.
why our good friend who does Canadian radio said it's not a radio song.
Yeah.
You know, remember that conversation?
Eric's calling me.
You remember he's like I don't think it's gonna hit on radio.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, this song sounds like a radio song.
Now it's on the radio. I got in the car the other day. It was playing. I was like,
oh, there you
fuck
go.
yeah,
That's an
let's
amazing
go.
feeling. There
That's
you
a
go.
good feeling.
Congrats, yo.
But
That's sick, yeah.
But a lot of times these guys won't push these songs until they've done, because you know what it is, and you can't fault them because labels are running a business.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well,
they can't push every song.
But still, though, like.
But the thing is, they want to see that the song is going to give them their money back, because they're going to be like,
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, you got to pay attention still. Like the way their metrics and stuff work, it's not always right.
I feel like but they just want the hit spoon fed to them, and they're like, okay, this is going to be the one. We're going to force it down. DJ Khaled is the worst when it comes to this. And I like DJ Khaled. I like his music, but his marketing team literally blasts radio with the song that he's like, this is going to be the radio song. And then they shove it down everyone's throat till everyone is like, okay, we like this song. Fair. Sure, DJ Khaled, I'll listen to the song. You know? And then it's on the radio all the time.
that's everyone's rap. Okay, geez,
Jeez,
man.
well,
Okay, fuck.
Just
I'll
stop
give you a
playing it on the
stream.
radio
Oh
every
my
5
God.
minutes, all right? I swear to God, I'll stream it on Spotify. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but not really, though. Because
Yo,
DJ Khaled plays it smart, though.
Yes,
because
he's very smart when it comes to it.
He's smart. Whereas, if I'm the radio, and it doesn't matter what the song sounds like, if I see Justin Bieber,
Quavo, Chance the Rapper,
Chance
Lil
on
Wayne.
a record, I'm pushing the button no matter what.
Absolutely.
Like, that's not even a conversation that I have
Of
to have. He doesn't have to beat them down like, yo, like, play this. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
It's obvious. But a lot of these guys, but those records too, like they'll push that. Like that song will come out and a week or two later it's on the radio.
Yeah.
His marketing team is doing numbers getting those songs out there.
For sure.
And they won't let anyone forget about it. They'll run that for a year.
I mean, hey, if that's
Shit,
what
that's
you
what
aim
makes
for.
it
But that's
money,
the thing. That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, you wish the thing would be, you would release a song and then it would naturally people would catch on.
Yeah.
I think the
Everyone
labels.
wants that,
I think the labels don't want to take the risk. I think they're just like, we're gonna, you know, people don't know what they want until you put it in front of them type mindset, and they're gonna spoon feed it down your throat until you're like, okay, I like this song.
The way I think about it is that no label knows what the fuck they want.
No
one knows what the next selling number one artist looks like. I bet you any fucking money if a random girl that dressed all streetwear and shit like that and looked like Billie Eilish and sounded like Billie Eilish, and Billie Eilish never existed, and they brought to a label Billie's last album, that the label would go, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work for radio. Yeah. This might be a Spotify push for us. Okay, let's test some out.
Yeah,
we'll do this. We'll give this, and no one knows. Yeah, no label fucking knows. That's why people always say you gotta do it yourself. You gotta do it yourself. Right. You gotta do it yourself, and it's so true because no one knows. You gotta trust you gotta push yourself because you're the only person that's gonna
ride for your music.
Yeah, like even with Daniel Caesar and his whole team, like that would have never happened if you were to like sign to like a label, much less like a Canadian label. Like they wouldn't understand like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but isn't it more of a risk to like
run it yourself?
To like let's say like you have like a bad what's the name? Bad Baby, for example.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that more of a risk because you don't actually know?
No, Bad Baby is a calculated.
Yeah.
You don't forget, Bad Baby is like a math equation.
But like so is like Lil Nas now.
Of course. Lil Nas is talented.
He killed it. Like he's
different.
He's
different.
talented.
Nas is different. Lil Nas is different.
But when you watch him at whatever the fuck just happened,
it's calculated.
You can see it's a pop star.
Yeah,
he's a pop star now.
He's formulated.
You know, yeah.
With a Bad Baby, they're like, this girl has controversy. She talks how we want her to talk. She's white, so people are gonna get mad at her,
and she can get shit done.
She can get shit done. The thing is, she's controversial, so they're like, okay, people are gonna listen because it's her, because she has. So we'll get her the most fire writer.
They're at least gonna listen to see what it's like.
Exactly. So they're gonna get her a fire writer. They're gonna do a music video budget for her.
Yeah.
All she has to do is just say the words, and that's not an issue for her. And we're gonna push her, and her album, and she sells like she has like a few plaques, man.
Yeah, I know.
But it's all calculated. None of that for Bad Baby is organic. The only organic thing that came out of it was Cash Me Outside. How about that?
Sure, but I mean, from a business standpoint, I actually respect that more.
God, I keep fucking hitting this thing, man.
So hit himself in the face again.
For those of you not watching, which is everyone, I keep hitting the mic.
Slapped himself in the face.
Yeah, I kind of respect that more. That the label's actually putting time and effort into that, as opposed to
they just know it's controversial.
The thing is,
they took her and she didn't have a record yet.
Yeah.
You know
what
I mean?
That's the thing. I feel like that's the wrong.
This is it's just a quick. It's a label going cool. Let's make a quick buck.
Yeah, it's the wrong. In my opinion, it's the wrong reason.
They know it's not gonna last.
Of course,
it's the wrong reason to us because we love it. It's to them, it's the right reason because they go, okay, we can make fast money, and then we don't have to fucking worry about this girl.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think that's more what I was saying. Like, like the person that has the one hit, like for example, like the Trinidad James, for example, isn't that more of a risk to take that record that's already blown up and but you can't deliver anything else for him? Like
that's a risk too.
That's what I'm saying. So wouldn't you rather like invest a career into your artist and like get more big records so that like they can actually stick and then you can make money for a longer term?
You can make them a worldwide thing instead of just like a fad that comes and goes.
The thing is the reason is the current state of music is here today, gone tomorrow.
I don't think that's true though.
For rap,
it doesn't have to be.
I'm not saying it doesn't have to be. I'm saying right now, would you agree that the current state of music is here today, gone tomorrow? You drop an album on a Friday, the next week people are already on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So what is the label going to say? Are we going to spend money developing an act when we can make $3-4 million in a couple of years and then on to the next one? That's their mindset. They want to get a guy or a girl who streams well on Spotify, does a few radio.
The thing is, they take that chance that person, when they show them, okay, listen, this is what we did with you. You can take this so much further, but it's going to be more work for you. Yeah. I bet you, and I don't know, I could be wrong. You guys can correct me. Cardi B.
Yes.
When she came out, I bet you some people were like, oh, this fucking girl is going to come in here, do a couple tracks, and we're never going to hear about her again.
Yes.
And now she's learned to sustain herself because she's a businesswoman.
But that's kind of what I'm saying. I kind of respect it a little bit more if you're gonna put the time and effort and like actually care about putting, making sure your artist has good records and
for sure
not following the same formula. Because like even with Cardi, she they actually took some calculated risks. With the album, like even after Bodak Yellow, they could have beat us down with that type of sound for like the whole album or whatever. But
even
the next single was be careful, which is kind of like super left. Like that could have went very wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of respect that.
No, it's a good point. And with her, I think because Bodak Yellow was such a success, they were like, okay, we can try some things.
Yeah.
She has the personality.
I was trying to think of her first song. I couldn't think of it.
That's
right.
Yeah. But I think with her personality, she's able to kind of expand and do a bunch of different stuff because the people love her. They don't like her fans like her. They don't know her from the one song. They like her because she has a huge social media presence. Yeah. And she's funny and she says the vulgar stuff and everyone's like, oh, that's so funny. And relatable.
Yeah.
You know, she's saying the stuff that no other artist is going to say.
For sure.
Like some of her raps, I'm like listening to it, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is more vulgar than some shit that most of the male rappers are saying. You know, like this is like out there. And I'm like,
but that's why it's something that you never thought would work.
Yeah, because usually, like, you know, the female artist has to be so perfect and can't say this and that. And then here comes Cardi, and she's like, I'm not even going to repeat it because we have children listening. But it's like, you know, everyone was like, whoa, like this is, because I know people commenting like, yo, why are you saying this stuff? You're a role model. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm saying what I want to say. I don't have to be your kid's role model. Tell him not to listen. You're her parent. Tell her not to listen. Don't let her listen to me then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everyone's like, damn, I like this I don't give a shit attitude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with her, with Cardi, yes, it was a risk, but she already had the personality built up for them to be like, all right, this is going to be fine. These guys have researchers. They might as have an R&D department every day. They're like, it's all formulaic. It's like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Very few times do labels truly flop. If you have enough power behind you, no one flops. Like you can, come on. If you have enough money behind you, no one flops.
It depends. You could make one fucking bad call. And
yes,
if you have enough money,
I feel like if you have enough power behind you, it's impossible for you to flop.
But a flop is
like put out a record and no one cares about it. Like
that's true.
Like but it is a subjective. But I know a lot of people think Nav is trash, and no disrespect to Nav. I know a lot of people don't like Nav, and majority of people I talk to are like, I don't like Nav's music, but he has XO behind him, and XO is gonna say, have Nav on your project or you're not getting the weekend. Or have this and that and play this Nav song or else we're not going to give you this. You know what I'm saying? And we have enough power and money to force Nav down your throat to the point where people are like, okay, Nav's not bad.
But that's the thing though. But a flop for who? Let's say Nav does, I don't know. What's like a bad album sale now?
Like a debut out, like a debut week?
Like a first week. What's like bad?
20
for the full album streams?
Yeah, like 10 to 20, I want to say.
10 to 20 is bad?
Yeah.
Is it?
Let's say he does 10 to 20, but he produced and wrote every single record on that album.
Yeah.
And like engineered it himself.
That's not a flop for him.
That's not a flop at all.
That's a fucking huge success.
That's what I'm saying. Like he can live nice for that.
But people will clown him for that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But people are idiots.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like nobody, I'm literally programming my brain now to just block out what everybody else thinks because they don't know anything.
No, facts.
Like they don't know anything at all.
One other thing we've always said in this podcast, and I can't do that. See, that's the thing. I can't do that. I think a lot about what other people are thinking. You know?
Yeah, but like I'm and so do I. But I'm literally like, this is a process for me to try and block out, like literally cover my ears every time I hear opinions, and it's so hard now having social media and you ever realize being at a person in music that everyone seems to know so much about your career that aren't in music?
What do you mean?
Like family members would be like, I heard this record, like, I heard he did a song with da-da-da, like, you must be rich, I need money. It's like, do you know how much percentage I have on that record? like, do you know how many?
They don't get it, fam.
Yeah,
they
so
don't
it's
understand.
like, people seem to know so much about our career. It's
you're right though. You're right.
Yeah.
No, that's not even like.
I'll do a remix for someone or something like that, and it's like a really small thing. I did it for like I needed extra money. Yeah. I post it once on Instagram and it's gone, and like I'll go to Christmas like 3 months later. My cousin's like, "Oh shit, yo, I saw that thing you did for this." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I even forgot about that shit. What do you mean?
Yeah. Is it a conscious thing why you don't post like a lot of your credits and stuff?
No, I post them on my stories. Every time a song comes out, I'll try and like push story and hey, go listen. On my Instagram, I don't know why. You know what it is at Instagram? It doesn't have anything to do with like me not wanting to post.
wait,
hold on.
What?
What are you guys talking about?
Yo, when do you guys need to edit that?
I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead, Nick. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
The fuck was I saying?
You're talking about Instagram.
So with Instagram, it's weird because I feel like I'm bugging people when I post. Not that. No, hold on. I feel like I'm bugging people when I post not on my story. So I won't post a bunch of shit like that. I haven't posted a picture in like 3 months because I feel bad.
Your whole Instagram pictures feed is just you with like V or you like in Portugal.
Yeah.
Like, if you looked at this guy's page, you were like, is this guy a producer?
Bro,
or he's
I went on his page. I'm like, yo, does this guy like?
Does he produce?
Yeah, I know. I know.
You gotta get your accolades up there. Because at the end of the day, think about it.
And what am I supposed to do? Post fucking 30 photos?
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Like, like what if I'm Diplo, whatever.
Yeah.
Just say for argument's sake. And I go to your page, I come across your page.
Yeah.
And you posted that story 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And now I look at your page and you're like, this kid is just some Portuguese kid who loves traveling. And he has slick back hair.
It's
straight
true.
up. That's
like Instagram.
What else?
Your Instagram feed is literally the resume for producers.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit.
It is your resume. That's why I was like,
nice.
shit, do I post like when I get a placement and something? Like, yes. It doesn't matter to me like if the post is successful, quote unquote. It's there. So that one person comes to my page, the right person, and he or she sees that and is like, oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
Follow.
I'm trying to get better at that too because social capital is a huge thing in
social capital, aka clout.
Let's
just be clear.
Clout.
Let's be
clear.
clear.
Social capital and clout is different.
What?
It's different.
Okay.
Two different things.
All right.
Now I think about it.
Uh-oh.
I know why I don't post my credits.
Yes.
I know why.
Here we go. Let's get it.
I don't know. I know why. So a little while ago, I had a song come out. A couple years ago, I had a song come out, and oops. And a couple years ago, I had a song come out, and I posted a bunch on my Instagram. Did this track. Shit, we went gold. We went platinum. We went double platinum. Damn, this is fucking dope.
6 times.
And I got in shit for it.
Why?
I was doing a really good job promoting myself.
You know when people don't like it when you promote yourself a little too much.
And there's a lot of broken telephone that happens.
Yep.
When I you know what? Let's put it this way. You're my old friend from high school. You're not in music at all, right? You don't know nothing about the music industry. You go to fucking Western, you go to London, whatever. You got a bunch of friends. I tell you, I co-produced this track. First thing that you're gonna do,
say it.
You're gonna go, oh, my buddy produce this song.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of shit for that.
Okay.
And it was a big thing.
I understand.
So that's why now I've like avoided it. But
you got to get back.
Now I can.
But but there's a way to do that though. It's literally just not even putting too much sauce on it or whatever. It's literally putting the right credits.
That's right.
I never go over what I'm allowed to say. I'm always honest with what I've done in the song.
Yeah,
you know, I'm always honest. I'm never gonna lie because if you lie, well, what's the point? You know, you're lying to yourself.
I never understood that though. Like,
it's like it's the easiest thing to be like, hey, I co-produced this record with my brother or sister. I'm very grateful to be a part of the record.
Boom.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah,
that's literally what else is there to say?
Yeah,
I produced this record. Look at me, I'm big dog. Oh my god, it's gonna go platinum. I'm so sick. Everyone take my beats right now. Like, what are you gonna say realistically?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, yo, hey, I'm grateful to have co-produced this with my peers at whatever it's gonna be.
Right.
Thanks to artists for letting me be a part of their project.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And it's like and whoever wants to go say whatever can go say whatever. But if you have proof that you've said the right thing, then all you can say is, hey, I'm not the one who said that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a huge thing too that a lot of people don't really hear about.
What?
Like Instagram etiquette.
Yeah, it's no,
a fucking course.
Yo, he's right.
He's right.
There should be a music industry course, to teach.
But like a modern day one.
We're gonna do a Thoughts and Stereo feature episode.
No, for real. That's big, man. Because a lot of these kids, these kids now don't know how to do it.
Yeah, we did do it.
We did a fucking social media episode.
Sorry.
Oh, I never heard it. So I mean,
no,
it's not out yet, Jordan. Jesus.
What did you guys say? Like,
we talked about approaching people through Instagram DM or email, where it's not just like, yo, I'm fire, listen to my beats.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's actually like engaging in their everyday life outside of music.
That's a fact. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Like
people. Yeah. Do people hit you up like about?
Yeah. Random.
About like trying to be your friend to then level up to send you music type of thing?
Thing is, I actually rather like if I post food on my page. If I said, yo, I'm at Real Jerk, you know, whatever, and you said, yo, their plantain's amazing. Like I went there with my girl and we da. I'm quicker to respond to that and be like, yo, like it was ill, blah blah blah. Then
that's exactly
you're like, yeah, they are.
Then yo, like I have this beat. I think you could finish. Like I'm gonna respond to the food post over there because it's like
just delete my DM. Let me just reword this real quickly.
I mean, like just the people that you haven't worked with, before, and like you don't have a lot of, you don't really have anything. Like you're
trying to find a way to connect with them.
Yeah, like you gotta build
personal relationships.
You gotta build real relationships, like
for sure.
That's what's gonna. And we spoke about it literally last episode, I'm pretty sure, or 2 episodes ago, whatever. I get lost track of time. But it's that's what's gonna separate you from the 50 other people sending you music in your DM. To just be like, just that,
because like you even said you've gotten DMs that are like, you know.
Oh yeah, I've gotten DMs where people are just like the most.
Yo, listen to this shit or your pussy.
Yeah, like literally somebody's like, no.
That's literally what it. Yeah,
the exact thing was like, yo, if you don't get in the studio with me, if you don't like do a collab with me, you're a waste. That's what somebody said to me.
Hey, I've had mans try and talk down on me because
because you're big forehead.
I probably
dick.
How can they talk down on you? You're like 7'11".
I have a big forehead. Damn, you're telling me that my line isn't.
No, your line is sick.
Nah. I gotta have a conversation with my barber now.
Yo, chill. Oh, we just talked about. Anyways, continue though. People trying to talk down to you. What?
Yeah, because like I maybe didn't respond to a text or.
That's the classic. That is the classic.
I have a real life too. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like I'm not just waiting for you to text me all day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I might have been at a funeral. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
you never know.
Straight up. You don't know.
I was going to say, we just spoke about this, which reminded me about your lineup. Do you cheat on your barber when you travel?
Yes.
Yo, you're a waste.
No, I don't.
This guy just said yes. Yo, you didn't even think about it and you said yes. Yo, he just admitted it.
No.
You saw it.
I cheat on my barber as I'm home because I have a couple barbers.
You have a rotation? Jeez, the guy's a roster for his barbers.
I got one guy and he just left. And now I had to find a new guy.
Why'd he leave?
He left the city. He just moved.
Where'd he move to?
Did he tell you?
He moved to Vancouver and he was like he was like, yo, when you move to LA, I'll come down to LA and visit. I was like, bring your fucking clippers up.
Bring those clippers, bitch.
Did he tell you?
No, he told me. He's like, yo, I'm leaving. Like, this is who I think you should go to. And I was like,
okay. He gave you the background.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. He's my boy.
I respect that. But my barber got injured.
Cutting
for
your hair?
like, he was injured for like 3 months or something. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why you?
But why'd you say it like that? What are you doing? Like the man was injured.
I don't get injured.
You're mad at him for being injured?
Yeah. Why are you injured? I don't understand.
You're actually
how dare you be injured? Yeah, cut my hair, bro.
I need my hair cut.
So that's why you have a rotation, because when one can't, you know,
do you go to just a one-man operation type situation, or do you go to a shop?
It's a shop, but I only go to one guy in the shop.
But you don't trust anybody else in the shop?
No.
All right, here's my thing.
Yeah.
Only about a year ago, I actually started befriending the people that cut my hair. Before that, I was just like the silent guy in the chair on my phone, scrolling Instagram, whatever it was. And now I'm like homies with the guy that cut my hair.
That relationship
is important.
Yeah, like that's what I was wondering. Like, do you guys have that?
What we were just talking about
it's
with
so important
producers and stuff. Their relationship with your barber is
the guy who cuts my hair. You know when he like other producers, he's been, yo, fucking this person was in town and I went to his hotel room and cut his hair. You know, or like this person came in town, I cut this guy's. Oh, you like this guy? I cut his hair. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo,
I'm telling you, the relationship with your barber is 100% so important. I've been going to the same guy for the past 2 years.
For sure.
We talk all the time on like text or whatever. He helps me out when I need, because he used to be a mechanic. He helps me out when I have questions about my car, like stuff like that. He always gets me right, because every time he knows I'm gonna come back, he takes his time. Everyone else's haircut 20 minutes, 40 minutes for me.
Exactly.
He charges me the homie discount. Like, fam, like, come on, like, yo, that's my dog now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's why when I travel, I'll get my haircut the day before I go. If I'm gone for 2 months, I will not touch another barber until I get home and go back.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Look at me. This is 2 months,
bro. That's white privilege, though.
What are you talking about?
Let me tell you why. Because your hair, you guys can go 2 months, 3 months without getting a haircut, and it doesn't look like
it just looks a little long on the side.
Yeah, it just looks long on the side. But for us, it's like my hair gets nappy. It gets like it's disgusting.
Like a Jay-Z type situation. Jay-Z was in the middle recently.
Don't do that to Jay.
He was in the middle recently.
Did you listen to 444?
Yeah.
What did he say? He said something. What did he say? What was that line? The line was you can't be an ugly billionaire. I'm cute.
He's right. He's right. He's right. Yo, he's not wrong. I never said he was ugly. I just said he was growing his hair out, and everyone was saying, "Yo, Jay, like, what are you doing?"
Yeah, but you should never speak.
I thought his hair looked pretty fire.
No, his hair looks sick now. But when he was, because he's been rocking the buzz not a buzz, but forever.
Yeah.
And then he's just started to grow it. This is the first time he's had this kind of hair.
I don't care.
Of course not.
I just don't care. What? Why are you?
Who's gonna say anything to you? Like what? You can buy their life, fam. You know what I mean? Like. But best thing. But I don't know, Jordan. If you're saying if you went 2 to 3 months, your shit would start to look super nappy, and that's why you have to keep it in
2
check?
weeks. I can't go past 2 weeks.
Come on, now that's an exaggeration.
Fair
what
enough,
is this? What are we looking at here?
This is like Friday.
Say word.
Like 3-4 days.
It's Tuesday, so yeah, 3 full days. 4 days.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like you guys just have it so good where you can like just. Let it go for a little bit, and it's not that bad.
That's a good point.
I always have issues with my hair.
Can't.
Like, I did my hair
like
today.
A pretty boyish.
Yeah, look at him. He's got grease lightning over here.
Like, you look like an actor. Which actor do you look like?
John Travolta.
John Travolta, are you fucking high? Fuck out of here, John Travolta.
Looks like Disney star.
I have a writer I work with, Jensen Vaughn.
He's with Ultra, no?
Yeah. He always calls me Shia LaBeouf.
That's it. Yeah, it's 100%
right. I don't see it at all.
No, it's kind of there.
Shia LaBeouf.
He's like a prettier Shia LaBeouf. He's a prettier Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I see that.
When he was on Even Stevens.
Yo, the thing is, I never fucking do my hair though. I don't. I wear a hat. I've worn a hat every single time I think I've ever seen you in my life.
But so does Shia LaBeouf.
No.
You didn't wear a hat at the SoCan Awards.
What guy had a suit on?
Imagine he pulls up in the suit of the baseball.
Oh, I'll do that when I have $1 million. I'll fucking do that.
Were you nominated?
Yeah,
I was about to say,
Song of the Year.
it's certain people
dance song.
It's certain people that, that when they're nominated.
Yeah, there he is.
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Right here. With the hat.
He looks like a crackhead here. Look at
hat.
Oh my God.
For all of those watching at home, Matt has pulled up a picture of Shia LaBeouf on the computer.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. Just search Google. What do you Google? Shia LaBeouf. And any one of the pictures are fine.
Bro,
any one of the pictures do.
This guy's a crackhead. Look at him. He looks all
Whoa, don't talk down on Shia LaBeouf.
Look at him here. He looks crackish.
Give him a
there, he looks better there.
Bro, give him a fade. No, this one right there. Like the...
No, see the hat one.
No. Go to the one.
The top row, Matt.
No.
The second one to the right.
Second one from the right.
I'm sorry, bro. That's you.
No, that's it. You got it.
No, that's you. Sorry, bro.
That's me at the SoCan Awards.
Yeah, that is.
That's him at the SoCan Awards.
Yo, for sure. For sure.
So Shia LaBeouf admits his racist. Oh, okay, no.
Oh, that's
No. We're not gonna do that to you, Nick. Don't worry. No.
Never mind. We'll it's just surface level.
That's funny shit.
That is hilarity. Wow, that is so good.
Oh,
I never even would have thought of that. If you grew up the beard, you definitely look like.
I can't grow a beard. I got this.
Can't grow a beard.
Can you grow a beard?
Can I grow
like
a
good one?
Fucking beard.
Yeah, I have a beard.
Let me see.
Don't do that, bro.
Oh no, you're sick. You're sick.
Yeah, come on.
For sure.
Mine
is actually not that sick. I grow it out long and it looks thick, but when it comes down to it, it's not thick.
Do you put anything in it?
No.
See, that's the thing. I wish I had that texture for my beard. Because I got to put like coconut oil and
I should
whatever oil in it.
You should put some sort of oil.
No, I know. I just don't care enough.
But that's what I'm saying. You guys have so many privileges that we don't have.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I have to put stuff in my hair and like brush and take care of it and like cut it often and whatever. And yours just falls like.
No, his fucking mine doesn't fucking fall. Mine looks like ass.
Mine looks terrible. I gotta get my shit cut. I gotta go visit Rafi. Shout out Rafi one time, my barber.
See, this is the important producer content that you guys.
Yeah, exactly. This is why we have this podcast. Talk about fucking haircuts, man. Shit,
an idiot, bro. Jordan, let's get back to. We've been going for like almost probably more than an hour.
How long is it?
It's been an hour and 10 minutes.
Jesus. All right, let's wrap this up.
I told you it's not gonna be a half an hour podcast.
No, I'm happy that it's longer, man. Shit.
It's good to have a long one with a guest, especially a guy like Jordan. He's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Who's calling you right now?
My brother.
Yo, did you put on speaker? Put on speaker. Put on speaker.
Yo.
Oh, he butt dialed you.
Hello?
He butt dialed you. Oh my God, he butt dialed you. This guy butt dialed. He was driving in the car.
But he called me earlier too.
I was going to say what up. Anyways, Jordan, to wrap this up, who do you want to work with in the future? Go.
Who do I want to work with?
What are you excited about? Can you tell us what you're working on?
No.
Okay, that makes sense. You're Jordon Manswell. What is your goal for the next few years? What do you want to do?
My goal?
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. It sounds cliche, but I want that Drake record.
Say word.
Yeah.
You're accounting for that Drake record.
Who doesn't?
Really want
it's within your grasp, bro.
It is, but that makes it harder for some reason.
Yeah, you're right.
That makes it hard because you're in your head about it, though.
Yeah. Probably because now I'm putting so much pressure on my head.
If you don't make records for Drake, that'll probably, like, the record you don't make for Drake will probably be the Drake record.
Legit.
He's right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Make shit for you.
Tell us one more thing. What can you tell us? Anything about the future?
What can I tell you?
Where can we find you? Where can we find you on social media? At least give us that, so that we can at least keep up when the things come out.
Jordon,
tell the audiences.
I'm sure you're gonna post my
Jordan.
I'm gonna slap you after this.
No, I bare time people.
No, but straight up though, that's how I thought it was spelled. I'm not even kidding.
Everyone in the world.
See, that's the thing.
I feel like I'm the only one in the world who actually knows that it's with an O.
But that's the thing. So imagine that being like a metadata issue when you're like trying to get records done and paperwork, and the amount of times I have to send back paperwork like, yo, spell my name wrong.
Yeah.
You're gonna send the money to the wrong person. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, dog, like, get it right.
All right. Fuck. The Instagram is at Jordon Manswell. Twitter too.
Yeah.
Everyone follow Jordan. Keep up with Jordan. He's gonna have a lot more stuff coming in the works. He's dropping a lot of fire music. Go check out his catalog. It's Jordon Manswell. Everyone knows that. Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one at least.
At least. It's kind of stupid. Jordan, I want to thank you. We've been friends for some time, so I definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. I know you weren't going to say no to me,
bro.
so
anything for you.
I appreciate you taking the time to drive out from Shitby to come here.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not fair.
You're a shit guy.
Whitby,
Ontario. Thank you. It's quite a distance. So truly, I appreciate you coming out, dropping the knowledge, doing all that you did.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm sure our listeners, are very appreciative of you coming on here.
Yeah. Hopefully,
we've been trying to educate on every aspect of the music industry, and
man,
nice.
Even the barbers, and that's important.
It's important.
Yeah.
A producer-barber
make friends with your barber. Pro tip 1.
Yeah, that's Jordan's number 1 tip coming out of this. If you don't listen to anything else, make a good relationship with your barber. Yes. Most important thing. That was episode 11 of Thoughts in Stereo. Again, thank you to Jordon Manswell. Thank you to Matt from Mars. Thank you to Mars Studios.
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone follow and subscribe to us, please. If you like the show, if you hated it, do it anyways, because you're going to want to talk shit about
Thoughts
us.
in Stereo.
Might as well keep up. At Thoughts in Stereo. Let's get into the new noteworthy section of iTunes. I mean, at this point, hopefully we already will be.
Please,
this is 11, so.
Please.
Say it. Get it out.
Leave a review. Fucking think, man. My brain's not working.
I'm gonna leave a review.
Leave a review, 5 stars, subscribe, all that shit. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Peace.